it's the Gundam Lady, and welcome to our new channel, Keep the Peace. Today on this review, we will be taking a look at set number 80045, the Monkey King Ultra Mech. Let me start this completely not biased review by saying I love Monkey Kid. It happens to be my second favorite cartoon show of all time, my favorite Lego show of all time, and I love it! So my favorite character is this monkey. And this monkey. And this other monkey. Oh look, they're all the same monkey! Oh, and this other monkey too. I love the entire show, which I have rewatched several times. The animation's great, the voice acting is great, and I could gush about it for hours. Go watch it! This is such an exciting opportunity to receive this Lego set from LEGO, as they are the sponsors of this video. We are super excited to give our thoughts on this set and the entire wave as a whole, and we've enjoyed putting all of them together. Thank you, LEGO. Now, without further delay, let's get into it! The Monkey King Ultra Mech is bigger, bulkier, and beefier compared to its predecessor, the Monkey King Warrior Mech. Where will we see this in Season 4 of Monkey Kid, I wonder? It is set number 80045, it has 1,705 pieces, 6 cool little minifigures, and will retail at $159.99 when it is released in 2023. Today, Zack and I will talk to you about its build, the functions it has, its appearance, and our overall thoughts about it. We'll even give you a side-by-side comparison to the previous Monkey Mechs released by LEGO, both of which I happen to already own. The minifigures included are MK, in a super cool looking suit I might add, Monkey King, the Yellow Tusk Elephant, the Golden Winged Eagle, Azure Lion, and Mr. Tang. Let's talk about this monkey's appearance. This set looks amazing! It's so much more packed with detail than the previous mechs. I love the color choices of the bricks it uses in the placement. Monkey Kid sets never seem to disappoint with their color choices ever. This set is primarily red and gold with accents of a lovely blue color. It has some tan colored parts for the fingers and does well to hide the gray and black and yellow parts of its frame and joints. The head is very detailed and sports transparent eyes that allow a light brick to shine orange light through, a detail that has not been previously featured in past monkey heads. It also has a transparent screen chest for MK to look out of, as well as a colorful interior. The gold angled plating and armor pieces provide such great shaping for this mech, making it feel powerful and robust. It almost looks like a Gundam with how its shoulders are shaped and the battle skirt it possesses, and boy do I love Gundam! The shaping of the legs and the detail on them from the gold plates is immaculate and clever. I did notice there is no cape on this monkey mech compared to the last one. No capes! However, for what this mech lacks in Monkey King capes, it makes up for in its massive monkey dumpy. Seriously, no other mech had this. This mech definitely went to leg day and walked on a Stairmaster. Upon its posterior is a posable tail, and they even added a little ornament on the end. I'm not a fan of vinyl on LEGO sets because of the little ball pieces that stick out from them, and how they sometimes feel like a lazy way to do wings on a dragon. But on this set, there is a minimal amount of them in the form of these really cool cloud features on the back of the mech, almost like wings. At the tips of them are these Monkey Kid special cloud pieces, which are a very nice addition. Oh, and we can't forget about the giant staff. It's longer and the ends have extra wheel rim pieces for detailing. This Ultra Monkey is packed from head to toe at all angles with a massive amount of attention to detail, and whoever at LEGO is the designer of it deserves an award for their work. Now onto the build.
This mech is a thick boy, from sten to stern to, tail. If you were to jostle around this absolute unit, just kinda shake it a bit, I can confidently say that you'll find it still intact after the fact. Starting at the feet, this build features a wide stance to support its heavy frame, now featuring these awesome friction-adding nubs to keep the feet firmly planted wherever they may lay, on whatever surface, regardless of how slick. Up to the ankles, we see a densely supported ball and socket joint that offers greater stability at the cost of mobility. Further up the leg, we have what may look like knees, but do not be fooled. Unfortunately, while this mech did not skip leg day, its kneecaps shattered upon squat number 9,357. and the doctor's only solution was to replace the knees with triple ball and socket fixed connections. Admittedly, a little disappointing, but when your build is both this size and this weight, I suppose we can begrudgingly overlook this perpetually desired request for articulation. Onto the waist, we see the modern staple of waist builds, featuring the Technic ratchet joint with lift arm connection upon Knight's Kingdom style ratchet joints. A tried and true connection method that I feel works better and better every time new ways to build around them are discovered. Though I must say, I'm not sure if it was a parts mold thing, or if it was a new type of plastic for the piece thing, or even just a one-off occurrence kind of thing, but I have some older versions of this lift arm ratchet joint that seem more stiff and clicky than the ones in this set. Not sure what that's about, but it didn't affect the stability of the build in what we've observed, so it's simply a curious observation. This build is incredibly hefty in the thighs. These things are rock solid and some of the most stable builds of any build I've ever seen. And I've seen illegal forever builds that are impossible to disassemble. The torso, as a whole, is incredibly reminiscent of the Ninjago Zane Titan mech. That is, if this mech was roided out and ate whey bricks for Sunday lunch with Arnold Schwarzenegger. The shoulder connections are the same as the pieces introduced in the Macaque mech from the previous wave, offering the same support and articulation with zero flop and flail. Really, the arms as a whole are very, very solidly done, and offer both adequate articulation and stability to maintain their own weight and the weight of the incredibly heavy staff accompanying this build. Well, except for the wrists. The wrists rest only on mixel joints, and they kind of flop around when presented with anything of weight, which is kind of disappointing. The head rests upon a single pin to swivel, and while the connection looks great, especially when compared to the connection of the predecessor, the functionality leaves much to be desired, especially after receiving a fully articulate ball and socket neck for the Macaque mech. The chest canopy, wherein lies MK, is connected by two clips affixed to the back, allowing for ease of access and a smooth open and close that keeps the mech looking clean and ornate without sacrificing functionality. Oh, right. There is a jet, too. This thing is fitted with an angled body, two large boosters, and the new Monkey Kid Cloud Blade piece seen in the other sets for this wave, serving as both piercing weapons for the nose and as wings for the rear. Included are also two missile launchers concealed by flaps. These might also serve to keep them from flying off into unknown corners of your home by accident, and I'm totally not speaking from experience. The best part, though, is a function similar to that shown in the other sets in this wave. Like a mobile armory, this jet splits apart into several components to combine with the massive Monkey Mech and armor it up like Jetfire Optimus in Transformers 2, sending this build from absolute unit to oh lord he comin' faster than you can say Mystic Monkey business. This creates an array of weapons and armor, including, but not limited to, a larger battle skirt, a armored back pod for letting friends tag along into battle, shoulder-mounted cannons to blast inky enemies to goo, and a double-sided, wrist-mounted blade weapon for either wrist. The connection points are simple and effective too, creating stable, easy-to-attach armaments that can be removed just as easy when the battle is over. Yeah, this thing is incredible.
Overall, we absolutely love this set. I could easily recommend it to any Monkey Kid fan, hands down, especially if you have the other Monkey Mech sets. Speaking of the other Monkey Mech sets, let's take a look at a small comparison between them. As you can see, the Macaque Mech is the shortest of them all, and the Monkey King Ultra Mech is the tallest by just a bit. If I had to rank them in order of stability and fragility, the Warrior Monkey feels the most fragile, followed by the Macaque Mech nearly tying with the Ultra Monkey. The Macaque Mech has the advantage of being small with not a lot of moving parts and extraneous detail, but this beefy monkey is ultra stable and easy to handle without feeling like you're gonna break it just by moving any joints. My only gripe with all the detail, and something sometimes LEGO mechs suffer from, is that the extraneous bits tend to fall off. The thick monkey here suffers from a bit of this, mainly in the skirt, its chest, but otherwise it's still quite solid. It definitely looks a lot more filled out than its predecessors and stands with magnificence and power. I hesitate to say this set is easily able to be played with by younger children because of the limited posability from the legs and head, but it makes for a stellar display piece next to the rest of my monkeys. It's also quite heavy compared to the others, especially with the jetpack on. Now the price.
So, this set is going to retail for around 160 USD. And
it's totally worth it and you should totally buy it!
Actually, I think she's right though. I'd like my price per part ratio to be around 10 cents per piece. With this set having 1,700 pieces and retailing for 160, I kind of feel it's in the green zone for price per part. I would highly recommend this build for any fan of mecha or Lego mecha especially, as I feel, in spite of its lack of bendy knees, it is probably the best Lego mecha build we've received to date, and that includes the Zane Titan mech. While it doesn't have the bendy knees, I feel its armor detailing, as well as its stability and overall fullness of the build, really does a great job of knocking everything else out of the water. I'm really looking forward to seeing more builds of this stature and style, and I'm even more so looking forward to seeing how this guy ends up in Season 4 of Monkey Kid.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end, please consider leaving us a like and telling us your thoughts about this Ultra Monkey Mech in the comments section below. It was quite a challenge to fit all of our thoughts in. We'd once again like to thank our sponsor LEGO for sending us this set for review. We really enjoyed sharing our thoughts on it and putting it together. If you'd like to see more content from Keep the Peace in the future, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when we make some new videos up. Bye.